Hey everyone, in this video we're gonna go over exactly what John and Andre had to say about our program. This guy's stories is absolutely amazing, and I'm not gonna even say it right now because in the beginning of the testimonial I speak about it at first. But this guy, I give them, it's the perfect example of like you can give everybody a Ferrari, but not everybody knows how to drive it. These boys, they knew how to drive the Ferrari. I give them a great system, a great model. They looked at it. They didn't even ask any questions when we first started. They just asked a couple questions and then they just fully started running. And I looked away, looked back, and they were doing 80 to 100K months. It is insane. I think the first month they started working with us, and this completely from scratch. They went from zero revenue, like they were doing no funding at all, to a 80K in rev in the first or second month, I believe. They've been with us for about 6 or 7 months now. It was 80K rev and 55K cash collected. This happened literally the first 45 days or 60 days of us joining with them. Let's go take a look exactly what they had to say about our program and our systems. All right, everyone. So we got here actually one of our favorite clients. Actually, they're the fifth most successful client in our program. And one of the reasons why I love these guys' stories because they came from absolutely knowing nothing about the system to learning everything and scaling to the numbers that are doing today. So with that said, uh, the first question I want to ask you guys is how has it been working for us so far? Like, what's the experience been like?
Yeah, so it's been great. So far I've gotten everything that I've ever asked for in terms of, support. All of the content is very organized and like everything, the weekly, coaching calls, the one-on-ones and things like that. Like there's nothing that I cannot get from you guys.
Appreciate that. The
Yeah.
next question that I always ask is like, do you see using this system, is it possible to scale to 100K months?
Oh, I think we already passed, or we're close to passing 100K a month. It's
Cool,
more
cool. So the
about,
answer is yes, pretty much. Because a lot
yeah.
of people it almost seems like it's
Absolutely.
impossible, you know?
No, it's not impossible. Like we knew nothing about, I mean, like I knew like the basics of like how funding works and credit, but like as long as your marketing and like sales is dialed in like a certain way, it's just like a numbers game at that point. Like I think enrolling about 4 or 5 clients every single week, you'll be hitting that basically.
Yeah, it's about
Yeah.
18 sales. That's usually 100K.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool, cool, man. The next one will be like, what do you think was the hardest part about this? Was I think you just touched upon on that, like it was a little bit of a learning curve for you guys for the actual 0% stuff, but then after that, it just pretty much easy work.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest obstacle for us is because we don't come from the traditional business lending background or credit repair space and all that. We come more from a marketing sales background. So we caught up pretty fairly quickly with like the marketing side and the sales side and all that stuff. But then we took a little bit more time to actually find people that we can hire, coaches, and all that to actually have a good product that we can stand behind and be super proud to sell and help our clients with. And you guys have been super uh, useful from that point of view because I know Clarissa, she helped us a lot with some coaching at the beginning, and then she also introduced us to some other people in the space. So, like, a huge value from this whole experience by working with you guys is just the networking, and it's opened a lot of doors for us to explore and all that. So, definitely grateful for all of that.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have a community because that's like the money lending space is like infinite. Like nobody's ever gonna say more than no money.
Yeah.
And now we're completely focused on B2B, but like I know there's people who are selling to people who are just regular average Joes and they're making a killing. So like this space is like, as far you can take it. The last question I would say is like what would you say to somebody who's on the fence on joining? They're like, oh Javi, I don't know. Like it might not be for me. Like this program wasn't not exactly for you guys, but you guys already had the skill of marketing, which is a great skill
Mhm.
to have in this business. But what would you say to somebody that maybe doesn't have the skill of marketing or maybe even the skill of 0%?
I mean, if we could do it, then you can do it too. I know that you really focus on like the marketing and like the sales side of things. So if you're worried about that in terms of generating leads or making sales, then you don't have to stress about that because they really focus on that. And I know that most of the people that partner up with like you know funding and how to do it. So like that's not really the issue. It's more about generating leads. But the cool thing is that this offer is hot. It's trending. It's sexy. So like there's so many leads. There's so many people looking to get funding. So it's really not going to be hard. It's just a matter of having a system in and following through.
Yeah,
Awesome,
it's
bro.
really cool because you can either niche down and focus on a specific niche of people, or you can just be super general. As you said, everybody needs money, so it's like an infinite
Yeah.
niche somehow. You can either decide to be the guy that's the funding guy for like real estate agents, or you can just be the funding guy for everybody. There's so many avenues and so many things you can explore here. So I
And
think
as you guys
bottom
grow,
line,
you guys gonna find
yeah,
different products. Like right now, you guys offering 0%, but I'm telling you, like 6 months from now or whatever, you're gonna find somebody that says, "Hey, I for this type of funding for just real estate," and then you guys partner up with
Mhm.
him, and now you have a different product. So something that I've been thinking lately is like how, because some of our clients have different types of fulfillment. So I'm like, maybe we could have a 10K product, and then it comes with 0%, but also like another 200,000 of whatever the other funding may be, and then now we charge higher
Exactly.
amounts. So there's very high potential, definitely with the 0% stuff or the funding space. But all right,
yeah,
guys,
I
thank you
think
so much. Oh, something you want to say, Andrew? I'm sorry.
no, I just wanted to like close off by saying like you need to put in the work. Like even if you buy a mastermind or you join a course, like if you just watch videos and then you still don't do the work, nothing's gonna happen. But the cool thing with you guys is that especially in the first few days, we like constantly bombarded you with messages and
We love that though.
DMs and all that stuff. And we were like, these guys are either gonna love us or they're gonna hate us, but we're gonna do whatever we can within our power to make this work. And I think that's what everybody should kind of like that's the attitude that everybody should have. Like do whatever they can to make it work, basically.
Yeah, and to just kind of to close this off with like a little bit of a story, like we came from a business that we were branching out of. Like we kind of had our backs against the wall at a certain point because
I
we didn't
love that
really know
too.
what like we wanted to do. And I was actually going back and forth with like you. I was like, hey man, like I really want to make this work and this and that. And I knew that my mindset was like good. I was going to take the action to just make it work. And within like a month, we built a brand new business. And I think this last month we made like 50 to 60K cash, and now we're just like going up, up, and up. And now it's just basically just focusing on basically
Duplicating the team.
Scaling the team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's the stage that it took me a long time to do. But I'm doing it now, and it's insane. But yeah, you guys are amazing. Like I knew you guys were gonna crush us, especially when I was asking John, "Are you good at sales?" He's like, "Bro, I'm good at sales." I'm like, that's usually the biggest problem our client has, and we have a very high success rate with our clients, almost like 92%. And the
yeah,
8% they're not succeeding because they're struggling with sales, and they're still doing 20, 30K months because it's so easy to close like a couple people a month. So,
yeah.
but guys, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna close it off right here. And see you guys on the next one. So there you go, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that video and us pulling up back the curtains a bit and what our clients have to say about us. Again, if you need help on doing this, and if your main problem is customer acquisition, you have no idea how to build funnels, automations, run ads to acquire clients and have lead flow before you can scale to $1 million a year plus 100K months, whatever the goal it may be. We'll help you get there by implementing this system that is proven to work. Not only have we proved that it worked for us by making almost $2 million this year in our funding company with our funnel and our system, but we proved they could work with other systems as well. We actually run a marketing agency and we scale multiple companies, multiple industries using the exact same systems. So if you want to scale your funding company or credit company to hit 100K months plus, you can always find me in multiple social media, Javs Knows, JAVS Knows, and DM me. Say, hey, I saw your video from YouTube. Is there a way I could work out something that I could scale my funding or credit company? All right. Hope you enjoy that. I'll see you guys on the next one.